Once upon a time, a long time ago, in a land far, far away, a small village had finished the harvest and began to celebrate. Thanks to the abundant harvest, there was much food and drink. There was music and dancing. A boy named Philip was the strongest and most handsome in the village, and the girls stood in line to dance with him. But late in the evening, a new girl caught his eye.
Who is she?
But nobody recognized her. But that didn't stop Philip. He asked her to dance. She was smitten with him as he was with her.
What is your name?
I am Mary.
You're not from around here, are you?
No,
Where are you from?
from somewhere else. They danced every dance without resting for the rest of the night, and they fell in love. Suddenly, there was a loud thundering of horses off outside. I must leave.
No, study. The music is still playing and let's dance.
Suddenly, all the doors in the room were kicked open at once, and soldiers with swords and spears rushed toward Philip and Mary. Then everyone in the room bowed down.
What's going on?
Take your hands off my daughter. The soldiers pulled Philip away from Mary and threw him to the floor. Then they pointed their swords and spears at his face.
Father, please, don't hurt him.
Philip was confused.
The king is your father?
The king didn't let Mary answer. He pointed his finger at Philip's nose and shouted. You stay away from my daughter.
But I want to marry her.
You think I will let a peasant boy, a foreign, marry my daughter?
Why not? I love her and she loves me.
Silly boy, a princess can't marry a common person. A princess may only marry a royal, a kind, a rich man. Then the king grabbed Mary by the arm and pulled her toward the door.
You're majestic? If I become rich, might I have your daughter hand in marriage?
The king stopped and turned. He stroked his chin and smiled and said, I tell you what, there are millions of dollars worth of gold and jewels in the treasure at the Oscars. If you go there and return the crown jewels to me, you may keep the rest of the gold and jewels, and you may marry my daughter.
That's what it'll do then.
We'll see, we'll see. Then the king and the princess left with the soldiers and rode away. The room was so quiet you could hear a pin drop, and lights turned toward Philip.
Why is everybody looking at me?
Do you realize what you said?
What?
You just told the king you will go to the old palace and bring back the royal treasure.
Sound easy to me?
Do you know why the king abandoned the other paths?
Why?
Because a dragon built his nest there.
A dragon? Why would the king send me after the royal treasure and he knew there was a dragon living there?
Because he doesn't want you to marry his daughter. He wants the dragon to breathe fire up you. Philip stood up, dusted himself, and walked toward the door.
I don't care. I love Mary. And I am going to everything I can to marry her, even if it kills me.
Next day, Philip started out toward the old palace. Then he found out that just getting there was no easy trip. It was 100 miles away. over snow-covered mountains and dangerous rides.
I have go on, even if I didn't bring brighter clothes.
So, by the time he climbed to the top of the snow-covered mountains, he was freezing to death. Hayes began climbing down the other side of the mountain. He fell and his body rolled and rolled and rolled down the mountain, but he didn't feel a thing. He was knocked out by fall. He didn't wake up until he rolled into an ice cold river.
I am too weak and close to Smith. I have to use let the rain where sweep my body alone.
When Philip was sure he was drowned or freezing to death, the icy river emptied into an even faster moving river.
Oh no, I lost the sword I brought to slay the dragon. No, I won the defense against the dragon. But at least this river and water.
After a few minutes, Philip's body warmed up and he was hauled to swim and stay afloat. He went the other side of the river and hauled himself out of the water.
I see the night stone wall of the castle.
He also saw patches of the green grass that had been blackened by the fiery breath of the dragon.
This must be the skull of the man who the did try to capture the king treasure.
Suddenly Philip heard the loud thumping and swishing of the dragon who wings.
I must find cover in hollow log.
The hollow log caught fire, but Philip was unharmed.
I have to warn her until the sounds of the dragon went far away.
Then he crawled out of the hollow log and watched it burn as the thought of thought of a way to get the dragon and get the treasure without being burned to a crisp.
Uno. I must find out where the dragon nest is. What? Wait, what is that over there? It's the treasure where the king's treasure is stored.
Next, Philip borrowed a scarecrow from a nearby cornfield. In the darkest part of the night, he snuck the scarecrow inside the palace and up to the top of the wall opposite the treasure in plain sight of the dragon.
This. I found a barrel. I will cut the top of the barrel and I will sneak it up close the dragon as possible.
Then he climbed into the barrel and fell asleep. Next morning he was awakened by the loud thumping and swishing of the dragon's wings. As expected, when the dragon awoke, the tall scarecrow on the palace wall was a man. He flew toward the scarecrow at top speed.
Note that the dragon is not watching me. I will quickly climb out the barrel and carry it to treasure.
He opened the doors to the treasure and carried the barrel inside just as the scarecrow was burning to a cinder. Then he stepped out of the treasure and shouted.
Hey dragon, over here, come and hit me.
Hearing that, the dragon turned and flew at top speed toward the treasure as Philip dived out of sight into the treasure. When the dragon landed and poked his head through the treasure doors, Philip covered the dragon's head with the barrel. When the dragon breathed fire, the barrel directed the fire at the dragon himself. The dragon burning himself to a crisp.
It's all over. I will return home and ask the king for the hand of Princess Mary in marriage.
Absolutely not. Told you, a princess might only marry a noble. A connect or rich man, you are abusing.
Not anymore.
He clapped his hands, and his servants brought in a wooden treasure box. Philip opened the treasure box and showed the king the crown jewels.
Where did you get that?
Where you send me the old palace?
But what about the dragon?
I slay the dragon and now I am very rich man.
Thank you. For what did you for me?
Church bells rang, a choir sang as the king dubbed Philip to a king in shining armor, and the king immediately gave Philip the hand of Princess Mary and marriage. They had lived happily ever after.